Welcome back, everybody. In this video, we're going to be rebuilding the Big 7's 3-point side that Brian found up in the field above the house here. And it is in a whole lot of pieces right now. Let's see how many pieces it's in to be exact. We got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's in 11 different pieces. Scout, what are you doing? Okay, so the horn is in 11 different pieces. We're going to use this epoxy sculpt and this Gorilla Glue to put it all back together. And we're going to have to do it in small increments. So we're going to put a couple pieces together here and there until we get it totally together, and I'll show you the end product here. So we'll see. This is my first time ever trying to put a horn back together, so we'll see how we do. It's just like a puzzle. Now we gotta start putting it together. I think we might be missing a few pieces. We had Brian, Kelly, and I looked all over in the field for all the pieces, because when the mower hit it, of course, it obviously chopped it up and sent it all over the place. So we found as many pieces as we could, but that's what we have the epoxy sculpt for any of the pieces that are missing. I have lots of pictures of this buck as well, so I can go off the pictures as to how the antlers looked and use that as a reference. So, okay, let's start putting it back together here. Okay, well, let's start with the base here. So we know that's the base. You can see the ring around the bottom there. Still got grass stuck to it. And you can tell that that's part of the base as well. It looks like part of the brow tine right there, so we'll see how that goes together. And we got a perfect match right there. So that goes just like that. Actually fits in there really snug. And then that's part of the brow tine, and here's the brow tine, and this is actually what gave the buck away, that I knew it was the Big 6, with this brow tine that kicks in right there at the end. And then that's gonna go just like that. It's on there just like that. So what I'm thinking is I'm gonna glue these pieces together like that, and then clamp it into the vise, and then we'll wait until that dries and then start putting more pieces on. So it's going to be kind of a long process, but we'll get her going here. Okay, we got 3 pieces connected to the base here. Now we just got all these ones to connect to that. It is the next day, everybody, and we'll go ahead and take it off or out of the vise. You can see how that glue is expanded and really set in, and that piece is now solid, and it used to be 3 pieces. Of course, at the end I'll take a Dremel and get all this excess glue off, but for now let's put on the 4th piece. I got my specialist Kaylee standing here with me, and let's see if she can do the honors of fitting the next piece on there. Here you go, babe.
Oh, thank you. You already know which one it is. Okay. Why do you have that so bright? My goodness.
Yep.
I can't see. You're blinding me.
That is it.
thought we had that.
Okay, now we gotta get that one glued on.
Wait, hang on, because that actually lines up.
Which piece do we want to put it on?
What? Well, there's a chunk missing. I don't think that goes in clear, because look at it.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, but I don't think it, you think it solidifies down? I don't, because look at how sheer that is.
We'll have to, because... Okay, there's the fourth piece on. So we'll let that harden and then we'll start putting these pieces on. Welcome back, everybody. It is the next day, and as you can see, the glue is all set. And we're ready to put the fifth piece together. So we'll go ahead and loosen that up. It's coming together. Now we need to figure out what piece goes on next. We want to put the beam together first, or what? Okay, so here's pictures of the buck, and we got his right side, obviously. So you can see that brow tine right there really gave him away. But now I'm trying to figure out which this is his G2, I think. You can really see how much that thing curls around. See in that picture how much it curls in. So that would make sense as to be in that one. Well, you can see that little piece definitely fits into this spot right here. Just like that. And then, by looking at this, that looks like that fits into there just like that. So, I think we got the beam figured out. Go ahead and get this little piece in here. Well, as you guys can see, we got the fifth piece connected there. And then this beam fits onto that. Just like that. That'll go on like this. So, it's coming together. Okay, it's the next day, and this piece is in there. It's coming together. Now we're going to connect this piece, which is this one. goes just like that. So we'll go ahead and connect that in there just like that. Okay, there's the piece I just stuck on there. So we have a full main beam again, and then there's a few chunks missing at it right there, but these are the pieces we have left over here. So that piece probably goes right in there. And then we got the main tine here, and then that goes on that tine like that. But it's coming together slowly but surely. See you tomorrow. Welcome back, everybody. It is the next day, and let's go ahead and take it out of the vise here. Alright, the next piece I'm going to do is this one right here. You can see that that piece fits right in there and went just like that. That glue's kind of stopping it from the back side there, so. But that's how it went, so we'll just stick it in there like that. Okay, it is the next day, and the horn got a little runoff here. The horn is starting to take shape. Now we're gonna have to get this piece I just cut one end of the nail off so that could slide down in, and I drilled a hole on both sides and Gorilla glued those on and wired the horn into place how I want it to be. And we're gonna have to epoxy all that in once this dries, so we'll have to do something about this tip too that goes on here. So it's coming. Welcome back, everybody. As you can see, this thing's all dried and set up good. I'm gonna take and snip these wires off that I had holding it in place. Okay, so the next project is gonna be getting this back in place right there. Okay, we got the tip in place. Pretty much all the pieces I had to the horn are in place now. Now I'm gonna use that epoxy right there to fill in the gaps. So it's coming along pretty good. Okay, so this should be dry. Really taking shape. Now we're gonna have to mix some of this together and start filling in the holes. Okay, everybody. Now we're gonna be using epoxy sculpt A and B. You mix these in equal parts and sculpt. But the first thing we're gonna do is take off any of this excess glue. Try to peel it off. Okay, so I got a lot of the excess glue off. Now we'll start with the epoxy. Okay, everybody, we're gonna let the epoxy dry, and we'll take the Dremel to it and match it all up and see how it looks. I'll put a link to this epoxy in the description, so if you guys are gonna work on your own Antler project like this, there'll be a link to it in the description if you want to check it out yourself. Okay, we'll see you in the morning. Okay, everybody, the epoxy is all set. Here's the horn right here. So now I'm just going to take the Dremel and start shaping it. I made these spots fatter than the actual antler, so now I'm just going to take them right down to the right size. Here is the final finished product before I stain it. I'm going to stain it with this golden oak wood stain. So I'll probably have to put a couple layers on it, but it came together pretty good, really. As you can see, it's come a long ways. So let's see how it takes to the stain here. Okay, that's the first coat. We'll put a few more coats on there in the end. Okay, everybody, I got 2 coats of that wood stain on here, and I got it about to the color that I want. Unfortunately, this gray epoxy I couldn't get to blend in very good with the white horn itself, so next time I'm going to make sure I get white epoxy, and I think that would stain better with the horn. But overall, it looks really good. So now what I'm going to do is take a polyurethane spray and spray it to seal this color on. This is what I'm going to be using for the clear coat on the Antler. Okay, everybody, the Antler restoration project is officially done. That coat of polyurethane dried, and it's the next day now. And here's what the Antler looks like. So, it has come a long way since the beginning. I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. This is the first time I've ever done this. I've never, tried to put an Antler back together or even rebuild a tine. So, a few things that I would do different next time is I would use a white epoxy sculpt matter instead of the gray one. I didn't realize the gray is just super hard to make match with the Antler. I put 2 coats of that wood stain on the Antler to try to give it that natural look and try to blend in the epoxy, and it did a little bit, but you can really see the epoxy still. But this was, believe it or not, in 11 pieces, and there's lots of wires and nails, and I have a lot of time put into this Antler putting it back together. But in the end, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. I got lots of pictures and trail cam video of this buck all winter long, and I'm really looking forward to this next season. Maybe one of the neighbors will kill him, or one of us, and if any of us kill him, it'll be cool to have this Antler to put with horns. So pretty sweet, pretty cool find that Brian, the neighbor, was able to find it after he hit it with the mower out there. And I'm pretty sure he thought that it was a lost cause, but he came over the other day on the 4-wheeler and I showed it to him, and I think he was pretty impressed with how it turned out as well. So I really appreciate everybody watching, and I'll probably have more of these Antler rebuilds coming, or at least I'll do some more videos of rebuilding some tines and stuff, and I should only be able to get better at it. And I'm going to use a white epoxy next time, so I think it'll be able to match it better. Yeah, you can see the grain in the Antler really shows up good. So pretty sweet. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's come a long ways from where it was in pieces. Before I let you guys go, I really want to thank all the patrons of the channel. It's because of you guys that I can continue to do this with YouTube's new policies. The Patrons of the channel are really the true MVP. So without you guys, it would be tough. So I really appreciate you guys. Thanks, everybody.